feel pretty wrecked.
So my name's Liam, I'm 22. I grew up in Auckland, New Zealand. I know some of you think that New Zealand is a place of mountains. Auckland is the oceans, and the closest mountains to me were 4.5 hours away, and there were only 3 of them. I was a skinny kid growing up. I played football and I ran a lot. After high school I stopped playing football, and I knew that there was still something physical that I needed to chase. I still needed to be getting active, so I turned to the gym to get stronger, to get bigger, and that lasted for about 2 years when I realized that something needed to change. I kind of kept asking myself, why am I getting stronger? Like, strong for what? And so I ended up turning to Muay Thai when I was 20 after about 2 years of training in the gym. And what proceeded to follow was what I like to call the Muay Thai arc. Bring it.
Yeah, keep. Okay, let's see what you.
That same year that I started training Muay Thai, I also had my first kind of taste of the mountains in a different sense that I'd ever had before, which was having my first attempt on Mount Narahoe, which is a volcano in the middle of the North Island in New Zealand. The first one being a quite harsh reality hit with bad weather, bad clothing, got completely soaked on the approach because it wasn't freezing, and then we got above freezing level and it got cold very quickly. So that first attempt, yeah, didn't go down very well at all. But 2 weeks later, we came back. Still, there was like some sort of pain from like not achieving what you set out to do. So geared up slightly differently, went back, we had much better weather, perfect, basically bluebird day, and for the first time in my life I stood on the top of a real mountain.
Narahoe summit. It's just up there.
That was it. I think I was hooked ever since.
I know it's my destiny to capture him. I know my own destiny, Uncle.
Is it your own destiny? Or is it a destiny someone else has tried to force on you?
Stop it, Uncle. I have to do this.
I'm begging you, Prince Zuko. It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you? And what do you want?
Oh, we made it to the summit. And that's it, that's all my fun. I'm going home. Tired. I feel like a pile of shit. The weather's coming in. Not that promising, to be honest. I feel pretty wrecked. But yeah. Let's see what the decision is.
Landed in Canada a year ago, well, just over now. Straight off the bat, started just hiking. Like, it literally just started out with I was just there hiking, still reaching summits, having a great time.
Situation right now, it is a mess.
And things developed quickly as I wanted bigger, harder, more challenging mountains basically, so that like immediately switched from hiking to scrambling, and then you're getting on some steeper, more exposed sections.
3.
First time I basically started getting into like the outdoor scene and hearing about ice climbing, I was like, we have to learn how to ice climb. It just looked so sick to me, and as my understanding of mountaineering and also alpinism grew, I realized that a lot of the bigger, more technical routes on mountains also involved ice pitches. So it was just like a necessary skill that I needed to acquire in order to keep chasing this goal of like bigger, more technical mountains.
And the next move, Liam, get your tools above one another.
Okay.
And now stand up. And now put the other tool above it. Don't move your feet yet. We'll get you into
This tool here?
Take the lower tool out. And plant it above the tool, not to the side, above it. Yeah, there. Keep swinging. One more. Everything good. Nice, Liam. That looked good for the first one.
Yeah, felt pretty good. My hands are cold. And that was our first ever time climbing ice. Holy, that was sick. I was actually sick. We got one top rope set up here, another one over there. Fucking ripping day 2 today, lads. Just great. I'm gonna take a bit, bro. Oh my god, dude, my fingers are so cold. I'm trying to warm my hands. Ah, fuck. Finally, I mean, I'd been wanting to ice climb since I got to Canada, and we did it. So the skills are coming together. Big mountains are calling our name. Heinous epics are to come, I'm sure of it. Getting geared up. It's cold as fuck this morning. My hands are cold, so we need to start walking. Oh. Ice! Check her out. Oh. Look at this, boys. Shit, we butchered it. Don't look at it. Okay, now look at it. Oh, look at that.
So I actually learned to ice climb before I learned to rock climb, which is kind of funny. And I'd actually mixed climbed before I'd rock climbed as well. I had done like a tiny little bit of rock climbing back when I was like younger, whatever. It doesn't really account for anything though. So over my first winter in Canada, basically dedicated everything to ice climbing. I had this moment at the start of this year, 2025, where it was like do I go all in and start ice climbing? A lot of gear that you need to buy. And I knew I'd be running the funds at a fine line. But I basically just decided, you know, screw it, we're going all in. I'm just gonna like take it as far as I can go. And so after I learned to ice climb, obviously winter came to an end, and with the summer rising, the 11,000 is on the horizon. I knew also that rock climbing is a big part of alpinism. So learning to rock climb was next.
We're gonna go climb some actual rock. I've got Ethan as my paid guide. Gonna try leader 5-6. Goes up this line here. So I'm still clipping away like that, right?
Yep.
Whew. We made it to the anchor. Ugh, fucking bitch. Oh, that was funny, bro. I was like, yes, no. Yeah! Oh my god, bro! Holy fuck! Yeah! Oh, that was sick, bro! Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, take. What the fuck did I just call? 510B. I totally did just grab the quick draw at the very last second there. Ah! What the fuck was that?
The first time I went rock climbing was outdoors at a sport crag. Led 5'6", 5'7", and 5'9", if I remember right. And then also climbed 10B on top rope. I'm thankful for a lot of my strength training in the past that I was able to climb grades like that. Similarly to when I was ice climbing, I was able to climb WI4 within however many times I ice climbed during this. Then I knew straight away that okay, we need to learn how to multi-pitch. That's just the fundamental of alpinism.
We just packed, we're doing our first multi-pitch tomorrow.
So then I did my first multi-pitch, which was Plutonian Shores in Banff, which is a 5'9".
Harness, gear, not too much gear yet, but that's okay.
Where I led about 140 meters of climbing, and that was a sport multi. And then after that, went to Lake Louise.
I've got my Alpine guide right here.
To link up with a buddy who taught me trad gear, basically. And so then I led my first trad pitch, which was only 5'4". But I feel like the routes out the back of the lake were quite hard.
Ho ho! Ew! Nice. First trade lead.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
$10 hours, 10 minutes, still not quite at the summit. Are we feeling well? Absolutely fucked. This is the most fucked I've ever been on a mountain.
Get up this slope. Oh my gosh. I was up there, making our way to the top of the pass. And it's over that way. The weather's coming in. Yeah, we just had to bail. I'm getting down off the pass now. Fueling up. Feeding 4 Mars bars.
Alpinism to me is the hard path to the summit, and that's just kind of where I live, and doing hard things, and that's my whole journey leading me up to this point has always just to chase goals that seem impossible. So all you can do is just be like, all right, well, what's the first step that I can take in this direction? And so for me, flying across the world to pursue this dream of climbing mountains, I couldn't comprehend or fathom how it was all going to come together and how I'd make things work and all of that. But once you take the first step, you can see where you want to take the second step, and then you just keep moving forward. To be honest, I did start out the mountain climbing journey as I wanted to summit an 8,000 meter peak, but long story short, as I started to get into the scene, I didn't really like the idea of going up with a Sherpa and fixed lines and a little bit of pay to play as well. So I thought that I just wanted to take the hard route, learn all the skills. And by the time you get to the point where you can summit bigger mountains, when you stand on the top of that mountain, you got yourself there with all the skills you had learned along the way. Each day that I'm out there, leading a pitch of rock or whatever it is, just taking it day by day and trying to progress as fast as possible. This is LP signing out. Road to Alpinism, episode 1. Peace.